quarterfinals, if not further.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real sigh of relief to be in this position where you can pick up that victory and, as you say, lock in a playoff performance. So a slow start out of G2. NiKo working this mid control while the rest of the gang sprinted out lower. That Xbox smoke is in, but look at Elige and Grim. They've aggroed the long doors. This is still a little bit awkward because they've left just one man alone in A on the back of doing this, right? It's only Fallen there. Timing's going to be everything for this wrap round because eventually G2 are going to consider it, but there's Elige pouncing. That's the bomb. Are they ready for Grim? They will be. They dispatch of him, but that might lead them to believe that these were B players. These weren't B players. That was the A wrap, and so they run into mid thinking that B is clear, and they walk in to the two folks from that side of town.
Yeah, NiKo got launched off of catwalk there. Yeah, definitely a misread, but you can understand why G2 had that feeling in the back of their mind. Running into the fray, Liquid. I mean, that was a flank on a flank. Even if G2 commit into the A, so no comfort in that round. Oh, dirty shot from Amanek. That's one way to open. Naf gone, NiKo follows up to Elige, and hey, you talk about the head-to-head. At one point, Elige was leading it in the previous map. It ended 8-5 in favor of NiKo, so he did beat out Elige. No surprises, that definitely showed in the second half, and it will keep up in this one, 1-0. But G2 looking to make it 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, bomb's still all the way back in T-spawn, right? They're in no rush. I know that it's Team Liquid feeling all that pressure right now. And so they decide time might be the best remedy to this. Give Team Liquid enough rope to hang themselves, as it were. Now going back for the bomb, just over a minute left on the clock, plenty of time. They're going to start to group over here towards B. NiKo and Hunter out into middle with the smokes on both of them. This is going to be a mid to B, I'm imagining. That you can lob that over and completely cut off CT. You've only got to get past this mid man in Stewie 2K. Fallen back at the B site with his scout. Tags dealt either way. Stewie wins a fight in middle in the meantime, but things are not easy for Fallen. He's taking peeks and still doing damage. This B play's grinded to a halt. They're going to go lower and walk into Grim. Oh, Liquid might be able to steal this one away after all. Hunter will deal with him, and it's a 2-on-2, kept even, but Stewie is still floating around these mid doors and doesn't want to let G2 steal this round away. Amanek's scout might have opened it with a stellar shot through these very doors, but now he's got to do it again. And with two players to find, it's too much to ask. Team Liquid do find that conversion after all, considering that's a 3-on-5. That's huge out of the Liquid camp.
Yeah, what a seesaw, man. Just back and forth, either which way. It's not Vertigo, though. You take too long to group up on that T side, and Liquid are going to make the read. It was looking pretty clear to be a B play. Nice to see Liquid dragging everyone along. Already from these two rounds, we've seen very proactive rotates from Liquid, right? Whether it be that big flank in the pistol with the lower play as well, off of those B rotates, or even just there, everyone getting set up towards B. Nice shot. One way to do it.
It's pretty.
Will it mean anything? Not with Stewie here.
Oh my God, NiKo! That's not how the Deagle's meant to work! 3 kills, 3 bullets, and it's all he needs.
He heard it was nerfed. He goes, still a one-shot, right? Yeah? Oh, okay. It's not nerfed then.
My, that is 4 incredible. Like, even including Jax is in that. That's unreal. It's only Grim left. They're in B. They're all around him. There's really no hope for Grim, and it gets worse by the second. NiKo's going to steal and seal the deal as G2 win it on a near full eco. Just a couple of deegs, a scout on Amanek. That was the extent of it. And look at this. NiKo, incredible scenes.
Oh, that is ferocious, man. And in such a short space of time, just tap, tap, tap. Full accuracy, full faith, and that one's going to be, waking you up in the middle of the night for some time. My goodness. NiKo's keeping it up. Can't say I'm surprised. A rebuy back in for Liquid. Fallen saves, but everyone else puts their money in. Nap actually keeping a bit. But Liquid, I don't expect them to bounce back with these of their own, but we'll have to see. Nico up catwalk. He's done the hinge smoke, allowing his team to get up from top mid as well. Don't worry about those scouts. Stewie fired off earlier. He's sitting back at B, though. A little boost up for a Liege. Ooh. Ooh, he's going into the scout. And he's going to get tagged. They now know there are two sitting in the bomb site. They can't be far, so G2 won't be surprised when they find players on the ramp. Nico just going to hide inside of the smoke as the flashes blind him completely, but no one can see him either. Closing his eyes, moving in now. 4 players here. Good grenade, and the cover is in. Nap with his deagle does do something. Can it be anything to rival Nico, though? No. Jax with 3 in the round, and Stewie locked out. It's G2 equalizing.
Oh. Well, this is certainly an explosive start, isn't it? Jax is also looking really, really clean, right? Like, ever since him and Nico deliver that round to G2, that one there, he stops it getting out of hand, right? You're only up against pistols, so you were expecting G2 to come out ahead in that one, but it is Jax doing the bulk of the heavy lifting in this situation. Just tapping them down. No head armor, makes it real easy for Jax. And so now Liquid have just got to take this full eco.
We love a T-side A1S.
Just having one in play as well, like, forces Team Liquid to waste money. I mean, it's not really a waste. Like, you need the head armor to protect you from the A1S, because throwing in an extra $350 every round, and that can be the difference between a kit, a smoke, you know, important pieces of utility that you might have to go without.
Sure. It's the forbidden fruit. Always picking up your opponent's guns. Nice clean anti-eco there, though. We've got the rebuy in for Liquid. First proper full gun round for everyone involved. 3-2. It's been very back and forth. Orbs making an appearance, at least for Fallen. Nico's got his Krieg. Still using it, of course. Because again, all Nico needs is one bullet placed perfectly, and he's often good for it. Orb is here on the long side. Fallen going to get reboosted back up, trading spots with a Liege. Cat is under control. Stewie's called that no one's made it up from middle. He may even start to activate, as it seems clear that it is this long take for G2. They flash their way into the pit. Nico's got some saucy lineup here. Fallen's got his one way over the top of the smoke. G2 in no hurry. The fear is always that you're being worked, right? The G2, the Liquid rather. Oh dear. Oh no, Fallen fell off the box. That was not on purpose. Caught out in the open by the pit player now. Well, is this smoke for Nico? It's going to go in CT spawn. It's a mid to be fake. Crikey.
From long, yeah, that's gnarly. And this is great for a lot of reasons, because it also stops that B player from having any say on these crossing folks, and while also like selling the illusion that this could be a fake. Yeah. That's a really lovely little smoke.
Because you sometimes see that, like, instead of the 2 long smokes, you sometimes see that, but on the other side of CT, right, like 4 long, and then you can cross. You don't have to worry about people spamming from elevator, someone playing close, like nades. None of that matters, and one smoke is fine. But like you said, it's the 2-prong of, okay, are they actually going mid to B, or is that just a bit of a ruse?
I mean, look at what he did to Naf. Like, he tucked up here right away and was kind of freaking out, and then had to save. Had no say in stopping the cross. And so G2, they take 4. The rifles are brushed aside. Never even really breaking a sweat with G2 in this round.
Yeah, they're just manhandling, aren't they? Like, individuals showing up, shining right now. Be it Jax on the A1S, be it Nico tapping whatever gun he's given. Not even had to see an AWP yet, but it is coming through for Kenny S. On the anti-eco, no less, always a danger, but he sees them get lower. No doubt for Kenny. Saw players' heads. Oh, and Nico is just obliterated by the P250. Hunter can't afford to give them another gun. 2 for 1. That's a good price for Liquid. The only thing it's going to cost them is that A site. Grim. Oh, they clear him. They double check. Almost weren't convinced, but Amanek will have that cross. Only 1 smoke down so far. A Liege scoped up ready. There's a second one coming in. Oh, no. It just flashes right now. They do have a smoke. There it is. Finally replenished, and they will make it to the site.
Oh, Fallen making noise. Amanek with the AWP, waiting patiently, and has removed this long prong of the retake. Stewie's still moving in, right? Even taking the AWP away is a tantalizing prospect, but it's not gonna happen. And Liege is left running to hold on to a Krieg.
Does love a Krieg. It's a reasonable save. scavenger hunt. And this save should be allowed. Amanek certainly not going to go hunting too far, you'd like to think. This is a banging start out of G2, though. They've been warmed up.
And it's so commendable as well, because like so many teams will show up to an event like in this situation where, like, you know, you have someone drop out due to like Nexa with his visa issues, right? Meaning that he couldn't attend. Obviously, it's bad enough when you're a man down, when that guy's also your IGL. It's really rough. And it's so commendable to see them not only looking this good individually, but like from a tactical perspective, man. I've really liked what we've been getting out of G2. And you know, for guys like Nico, it's like kind of seeing maybe even a bit of a new streak out of him in that he's very, very willing to throw himself into the belly of the beast and lead from the front.
Oh, great grenade, but I think G2 are just going to try and pummel this B site. That smoke might change their mind, but not for Jax. He goes right through it with a flash snap over the top, and they do check him. Traded Nico with another entry. Stewie in the doors. There's a smoke coming in. There's two of them, in fact. Stewie can't find the blind shot, and he might have to give it up. 3-on-3. It's not often you'd save in these positions. It is B Dust2 though. However, they're rerouting tunnels.
The double AWP is kind of the weird part, right? And so luckily enough, Stewie's been able to find an AK down here in lower. That's re-enticed them back in. They also retrieved this kit from middle. So they've gained 5 seconds of time in their eyes. Kenny dead at the back of B, and now these players in tunnels are going to start to spill on through. Amanek good for the first. Hunter displaced by the Molotov and caught out in the open. Fallen will seal the deal. And so Team Liquid, they swing in on that retake, a 3-on-3. They're able to make it happen.
That was scary for a second. Grim couldn't see Hunter behind the molly, right? The closer you are to the molly, the more vision you have, the further, the more black smoke gets in the way, and you can't see anyone. So that was scary. Hunter definitely had a 1-on-2 possible there, but Liquid do come in into what was a 3-on-3 retake and get it done with 2 guns up. They saved the AWP as well. So that's a really reassuring round for Liquid, keeping them in this game. Double AWP is kept, in fact. Kenny will have his, but he was flashed off in that B post plant last time around. They're lining up more pops. Stewie, this time ready, over the Molotov, does take down Jax. It's going to be that mid walkout for Nico. Trust in his aim, and for good reason, but Naf is quick to trade. G2 can't commit B at this point. They've lost all their mid control. Stewie's still here with the AWP. The dribble smoke will keep his attention. It's going to be a late round play for G2, no matter what they do.
Is that meant to be an Xbox smoke? I think it probably was, hoping to give the illusion that they're getting out of middle. I mean, you know, you could make the case that they've done that to try and maneuver around it, block off this vision in mid, regardless. Don't have to draw too much attention to it, as G2 is still grouped in the tunnels. They've got Amanek out here through long, maybe trying to sell a bit of a fake. Just give the illusion that this is coming back into an A play. But with him finding nothing, any hope of G2 winning this round feels pretty slim now. Especially as they go away from B. Like, Stewie's done a really good job of locking them out of this side of the map. They're terrified of him, and he's there alone. That's not info that G2 ever had. And as they group back up to go into A, they're walking into this 3-man stack. They've not made this easy for themselves. It's a run boost for Kenny, out into the open, and Fallen hits the shot. Hunter, 1v4 required, out through Cat. They're all around him. Naf's jumping up and tickling him on the jump piece. And it should be approaching its natural conclusion. There's so many players, too many crosshairs staring back at you. It's a Team Liquid. They managed to get 2 in a row.
I don't think the human brain can handle that many inputs, right? The molly coming in, the jump, the AWP close, the guy on the corner. There's just too many things to think about, so too much for one man. Nice try on the run boost. A little bit further, and you probably kill Fallen there. But he had to walk into it. Smart from Stewie. Liquid starting to warm back into this map at least. Was a little worried at the first few rounds from G2 with some of the deeks out of Nico. Ever since that B retake, Liquid have been lit up again. Another double AWP. Kenny wants more work cut out for him. It's a 4B tunnels attack for G2. They've really been leaning heavy on this side of the map. Stewie again has the angle to lock it down. Door smoke lined up. Stewie's ready.
Oh, you thought for sure he had that. He's been so good at holding on to B. Well, not in this round, not this time. really, it might just be a save. And I know that's not what you want to hear, right? You're probably looking at this going, no, it's not the end of the world. You know, 9 players still alive in this server.
It's the right call.
Yeah, when you lose someone like that, you know, the B entry comes in right away. Retaking B even odds is rough enough. The fact that you're so out of position, the bomb's already down, there's all this utility left for G2. You don't have money. Team Liquid are just going to bow out and save.
Yeah, and Nico, you know, he's hunting now, but he was watching the tunnels from T-spawn. So it's like, even if you try and retake through tunnels, which is how Liquid got that 3-on-3 last time with a double tunnels retake, Nico was there, you know, rarely clearing that angle. You're more focused on the B side. And yeah, just certain doom for Liquid, 2 out of position. And so, yeah, you keep your guns. It's worthwhile in that sense. Sucks to forfeit a round, but especially if you keep everyone alive. That is a nice little bonus. And so they shall.
I think it's probably quite, you know, a bit of a sigh of relief as well for G2 that they've finally been able to rein Stewie in a little bit over towards B, right? Because since this AWP has come out and been in his hands, it's been a real problem over towards that B bomb site. You finally maybe have him taper off a little bit, you know, stop taking these very, very confident peeks in through B. He is soloing it again with the AWP, so, you know, what do I know? Stewie is a man that just exudes confidence.
Ooh.
Out through long for a long take, and Naf's actually the guy to win a fight out there. I don't know how.
Oh dear. No smoke available, none here. Nico's got the only one. He's out in middle right now. Elite kills Grim through the smoke. Mate, chill. You've killed them all. No T's out long. And now barely any CTs either. Now, Nico still has his deep position, but Elite just spotted him, and you're going to have to smoke this one off.
Yeah, the alarm bells are probably ringing a little bit, though, right? Like,
okay.
You know, they're out in
I love
Nico's coming through. Nico's hunting them. Oh, Fallen gets the tag, but Nico's still alive. This was a 2-on-4, now a 2-on-3. Kenny S and Nico. What can they do together? It's been, what, I think 9 months since we had Kenny S in the server. He's the only guy with HP in this round, so this might end up coming back onto his shoulders in a big way. With Nico dead, Kenny's got to do it to him. 40 seconds, the molly displacing Fallen out of the sight, but he wins the fight regardless, and Liquid...
Whoa!
And he's breaking the game.
Damn, Fallen just sat in that molly. He knew the peak was coming in off the back of it.
That.
No, that was...
gun glitch into the map before.
It's crazy. I don't know how that happened. Could you shoot it out? Could you E it out? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know.
Surely you can E it out. Very weird. Sometimes you see like guns, you know, balanced up against the wall, but that's something else. Fallen lives on 10 health in the molly. And yeah, long was good for G2 when they were playing these fast plays, right? Last round, not quite as good with smoke spams coming through. Grim, once again, just getting beat up through it. Gonna have to retreat. Fallen's still at car with the AWP. He's got a smoke in case a molly comes over the wall. You can throw that safe on top of this barrel. Can he get across? Oh, into the AWP he goes. A good flash to save his life. Fallen, does he even consider Kenny being this deep? Nico, you got to be careful. That wallbang almost came through from mid. Up cat they go for the A split. With just Kenny on long, that locks Fallen really into the car. He cannot move. The rest of G2 have to win this cat fight where there's a double setup. Grim's here, Grim's dead.
Hang on,
it's just setting a Liege up for success.
Yeah, this is a little bait and switch. While this has happened, Stewie just pushed tunnels, so now they know it's not a B play. However, you still need to win these fights, and actually it goes the inverse. The Liege is the man to die. Grim drops down and is still alive, and there's Fallen smiting Kenny from the sidelines. That game of information, and as to whether or not, you know, Fallen knew Kenny got to pit, well, it turns out it went both ways. Yeah. Kenny never knew about him. And so now they're just another run boost. Didn't work out so well last time for Kenny. Will Amanek fare any better? Here he is. Whoop! Nope, same result. Fallen, the anti-air gun of Team Liquid. The flak cannon. Hunter deals with the first, but Fallen on the angle. Shot misses, and Hunter's given a chance at a plant. Naf. He'll nail it the second time around.
Nade helped out as well. I think Fallen through that from long and just lobbed it onto him, did a bit more damage. Not like Naf hit the headshot, so a bit of a necessity there. Lovely round out of Liquid again. And yeah, it feels like, you know, we're not getting any of these crazy 2v4s out of G2 in this one. Liquid seemed to be deciding rounds very early on. Yeah, I'm surprised Grim lived there. I guess he just got flashed off as he smoked, so he wasn't the guy fighting or taking contact. And like you said, the info on long, Fallen never moved from cars, so Kenny thought he had it for free. Double AWP and double kill for Liquid. It's only pistols, and on Dust2, these are not rounds where you expect Tees to get much done. Alicia's 1-10. I didn't even realize we're 6-6. If he just starts right now,
yeah.
I mean, that's a could be a great way back in. I say back in, but to keep building for Liquid. Okay.
Okay.
Reasonable.
Right, yeah, that's a pretty gnarly shot to hit with the tech. However, it is once again another clutch for Hunter. He's managed the double, he's got himself the bomb, and just hoping to do some damage at a bare minimum, right? This double AWP, if anything, it is just very expensive. Even taking one of them away would be great. But once again, you know, as you group up to go for this, I say group up, as he goes up Cat to move for this this A play, there's two there. He would be walking into the stack again. Dropping into middle. Oh, this is weird, going through the smoke. Stewie's holding it. Hunter's gone past him. And when it comes to smokes, no one knows them like old mate Stew. So there's Team Liquid leapfrogging themselves up into the lead. These AWPs, pivotal to the success of Team Liquid. And, you know, when you look at Kenny on the other side, I think, you know, some of the rust may be showing a little bit here. There's been a lot of moments where he has just been outpaced, outpositioned by the AWPs on the other side.
Yeah, for G2, they're probably, you know, they're calling their first timeout in round 14. They're probably wondering, you know, or 13, what the hell has happened here? Like, they were in full control of this game. They were winning ecos. They were, you know, just getting Liquid to save in 4v5s. And then suddenly, like you said, these AWPs come alive. The double AWPs start dominating. And now G2 are down. And it's all come so quick. So they need to try and hang on to the end of this half. Try and figure something out. Get a 7th. What's your way back in? Maybe back to these B plays. It seemed to be their game plan from the get-go at the start of the map. Stewie that perhaps dissuaded them from that, and well, he'll continue to do so, picking Kenny right down middle. He really has been excellent with this AWP. AWP has been taken by Amanek. Oh, good flash. You know where both AWPs sit for now. It's no surprise, though. Fallen can go back to long if he wants. AWP does get a bit of vengeance, but Stewie lives to tell the tale. And that smoke, if anything, gives G2 a way to get back up catwalk. Hunter can climb. Should be that A split. Alexa B nades in spawn.
I know, man. Stewie's probably thinking, like, they made two mistakes just now. One, tagging me and pissing me off with the AWP, and two, letting me stay alive. Because now, 29 points of health, right? He's still just as dangerous with this AWP.
Gonna be Fallen's AWP that comes in first, though.
Yeah, they're moving their way out through long. Here's Grim playing the close angle. That's the bomb. That's a bounty of information as well as the opener. And it's only gone from bad to worse. Grim on for a double. Hunter out through the short side is dead, and Amanek, while he's gotten that trade at long, he is all alone again. It's another impossible clutch needed. And, well, it's an impossible clutch.
Backpack. Oh!
You know, he can fight all this all he likes. They know he can't win the round, and at this point, no one's going to bother facing him. So Team Liquid, it wasn't just a flash in the pan, right? They keep the successes rolling over.
I'm surprised like Naf didn't throw themselves into pit. It's the only way they're going to have an AWP in this last round. Maybe Naf wants to keep his AK, but cash is maxed for Liquid. It's last of the half. It's last chance for G2. But Liquid, they're fine with just taking the round, putting it in their pocket, and running away. Good hold on long for Grim. He's had a quiet one. He's not really needed to do too much. Every time he's gone long, G2 have gone long, they've just spammed him through smoke and sent him back to the bomb site. So first round, he's really needed to step up big, and he does do that. Stewie, okay, this is more like it.
Right. Yeah, this is an interesting approach to it.
Just caused so much pandemonium. G2 now need to clear out all of lower. They need to care mid. They need to exert utility just getting this position back, and Alicia's still here. 3 and 12, and it just has not mattered.
Yeah, if you remember, he's actually 4 in 12 because
yeah, he did kill Grim.
You know, it's not much of an improvement when you say it like that. Still, it hasn't really mattered. We've had other people to fill the void. It's a tag both ways. Neither player dying, and so it's still a 5-on-5. Now grouping over in middle. G2 starting to flex their muscles, trying to take this control. Nico is brought down very low. Jax holding for the long swing, but Grim still wins it. That is devastating. That was the one thing that Jax was responsible for, and that's going to put so much fear in G2 now. You're getting worried that they're wrapping you through mid. It's really forcing your hand into a B play because you're worried that they've got all this info that A is clear. And so you just want to try and beat the rotations at this point in time.
And Molly is going to slow you down as well. 30 seconds. Naf can attack whenever he wants, or he can just wait for Elijah's contact. Likely the plan. And G2 just meandering out B. Good flashbang. Naf lines him up and knocks him down with a 4K. That is spectacular. And Team Liquid come alive in the nighttime. They pull this game back. They lead 9-6. And we head to the second half to see if G2 can close their map pick and take this series, or if Liquid have life in them still.
I think that anything goes for this tournament. I think that a lot of people thought that us and Vitality were going to be easy to beat during the last tournament, and that wasn't the case. We almost beat Heroic, super close series, and I think that it was really beatable for us. And Vitality...
Big greens in hand, Team Liquid have been able to steal away a 9-6 half, and it really was that double AWP between Stewie and Fallen that felt like it was making all the difference. Early on, G2 might have steamrolled ahead. Things were looking good, right? Guys like Nico had that incredible moment with the Deagle over in mid. It was looking like this was G2's series to win. Then we have the AWPs come out. Then everything changes. And since that point, Liquid haven't missed a beat. Hunter trying to change the flow, trying to build some confidence again, is in your face, up in middle. Nico on short also takes one to the dome. And so you've made these players taper off. You've made them have to give up on their aggressive escapades and give this mid control over. Nico's flashed in, but so low. It's really, you know, a hope and a prayer that he gets away with anything there.
Good grenade, at least, from Kenny. That did some serious damage to Fallen, but yeah, with USPs, you're looking for headshots. Damage might not matter, might not mean much. Back they go to middle, checking their flank, making sure that G2 have not over-aggressed off this B site, and they haven't made that mistake. Amanek and Hunter side by side, and the mid to B smokes are out but blind. Amanek finds that first shot. Hunter playing close and getting baited in by Amanek, but they clear them both. Beautiful shots out of Liquid. Low health doesn't stop them, and this is still a winnable round for G2. Kit smoke available, but the advantage sitting in the hand of Liquid. Man up and the plant.
Well, Fallen's even flashing a mid peek by the looks. They swing Kenny in middle and they isolate that fight. Jax in the tunnel. It doesn't matter, mate, because now they've taken mid away. They can just play on the other side of the doors, on the other side of the window, and there's nothing that Jax can do. This is a Liquid round all damn day. And the rest is just a formality. 10 now on the board, double digits secured. Gonna need another one of those big Nico or Hunter D grounds to come out of these two.
Gonna need a lot more than that in the long run, though, right? It's not just been coming down to these early rounds. Liquid playing the long game, and a super impressive game out of them right now. Again, you know, draw it back. Elijah's still 3-13, and that has not. It feels like that has not held Liquid back in the slightest. Feels like he hasn't been losing these high-impact fights. He's not been in any clutches. He's just been dying sometimes. Off air, off cam. And the rest of his team here to pick up the pieces. Just wait till that T-AWP is out. Whoever has enough money first is going to be the one grabbing it. Stewie and Fallen playing tug of war over the sniper. Fallen's tagged up early. He does get that shot back through the wall. Couple of scouts for G2 to try and steal this round away, flip this half on its head, and it's heads that NiKo's looking for. Oh, Naf does win it out. Jack's gone. Oh, missed the hinge smoke. There was pressure, you know, they were spamming, and he had to get it out quick. And NiKo is still here. Enough of a deterrent. Leech jumps up, and he's gone in an instant.
You're never ready to write off a G2D ground, are you? 4-on-4, and NiKo is getting aggressive. Naf still down in lower.
Oh!
Could have gotten caught with nades in hand, but instead it's a tag to NiKo.
Run.
He's got to get back. He's got to get out of there, and instead Stewie peeks up over the top. They won't continue on short for now. Instead, pressuring middle from Stewie.
What? There we go.
Oh, sorry, Hunter on the receiving end of that one. Kenny now brushed aside, and Amanek sure to fall as well. Not really able to get away with much here. Outside of that one kill from NiKo's Deeg.
It's the easiest call Liquid are going to ever have to make. Sit in middle and wait for everyone to peek us. One by one they do. And, well, without the cross shot, it's a done deal. Double peek, and Amanek's gone. So G2 rolled over in that round, 11-6, and the full eco coming up. This is looking luscious for Liquid.
Oh man, you know, it still feels like you can feel that pressure getting to Kenny. He's been on 5 kills for a long while now. Like, I really don't think that's changed in like the last maybe 10 rounds or so.
One tapping NiKo, taste of his own medicine, bitter, but also sweet. Leech going to drop the hinge smoke, but they're close in middle. Bit of spam will go a long way. Instead, just going to group for this A site. Someone needs to go back and get that bomb. I presumed it'd be Fallen. Instead, it's Stewie off of long. Nope, they're racing for it. Fallen's got it. And you've pushed a player off catwalk. A is now gone. It's just Kenny S and Spawn. You've got a nice flank for Hunter, but again, USP's not holding much weight in this round. Poor Leech, man, getting reamed on the flank. Doesn't matter, though, as always, as Grim comes in to clean up the round. An AK available, or a Galil, rather. Good grenade. Oh, bit of warm up here. Forget the rifle, just trying to frag out. And Kenny looks to do the same.
All right, now onto a Galil, but the aim punch, only a USP to go up against. It does just demolish him, doesn't it? 12-6. Now the big guns get to come through, and I saw an ult purchased up there right away. You know, you really don't want to waste time bringing that into play. This might be one of your only chances to don the AWP in this map on your CT side. So they bring that one out immediately. Now, of course, the flip side to that is if you end up losing this one and you give that free AWP over, think about how detrimental it was in the first half as is. A free upgrade for Team Liquid. They'll take that all day long. Fast out long in this round, though. They're already running over, running amok in middle, and NiKo is going to tame them a little bit. Double up with the flash from Kenny. A 5-on-3 immediately when the rifles come out. And that's more like it from G2.
Yeah, very difficult round now on Dust2 to recover 3-on-5 so early. Your only benefit is time. But G2 aren't going to be offering up these free 1v1s. Smoked off in middle. Have it, says Hunter. Won't go anywhere with it. Bomb is trapped in the pit. And so Liquid need to come and join Fallen on this A site. Stewie just walked out through the mid-smoke to find Hunter. Caught him by surprise. Trying to feign that this is not the A take, but it can't go anywhere else for Liquid. Kenny down in spawn. Him and NiKo have been pulled back after this pick from Stewie, and they're still carrying the mid corner. Meanwhile, Liquid are walking up into A. Jax on his own has to stop everything from happening. Fallen can't move up until they get up Cat, though. So this bomb is going to be very late to cross, and it's still going to be difficult to make it to the site. 1-for-1 for Jax is fine, and now Fallen's got to brave the cross with no utility to get there.
Yeah, Kenny, if he hits this, this could be the round, and there it is. That was the bomb. Cut loose, Elige wrapped on the short side, and, you know, I think he realized, like, there's not really any hope for me there. You know, he'd have to drop into the sight line of Kenny and CT to even stand a chance of getting that bomb down. So, you know, rifles come in. considering that that was initially a 5-on-3, you're able to get it somewhat close. There was maybe a chance for Team Liquid there, but I doubt they're in their heads too much just yet, right? They were double the score of G2 heading into that. They've still got a lot of room to work with here. Pressure's not mounting yet.
Oh, Hunter's in lower. You always are aware of the possibility. Double setup, but it's the orb that doesn't matter. Not even noticed. Hunter's found Stewie. Grim gets naded as well. They're going to try and escape with their live smoke and molly. Everything but the kitchen sink. And they get out for free. So nice little escape there for G2. 5-on-4. Back to safekeeping. Haven't seen Liquid attempt anything towards B, really, since that pistol. And this round won't be any different.
Yeah, it's very, very quiet right now. No one really having much to go off of. And so we just have this standard 2-3 split out of G2, conceding a decent bit of mid control to Team Liquid. But with them having the advantage, they're just trying to play a numbers game here. Trading is enough to win you this round. It doesn't have to be a spectacle. It doesn't have to be anything wild. Liege makes it down into CT, and it's a little classic here. The cat drop into a B play. Nico's dealt with Naf, and the trade's going either which way. The bomb's cut loose in middle, and Liege, he might have braved the drop, but he's not able to win the round. You get one out of it, and that is the extent of that round.
Yeah, I can't ask for more from Liege in that position. He is simply there to not only fake the A play, but also cut off rotates, right? His team actually have to get out a mid to B and get into the site to put Liege in a position to do anything. He kills one rotate, but no one else is moving because they have no need to. G2 drop the bomb in middle, and this nice little door window double setup.
I do really like that like opener as well. The double push into lower, I think, was really interesting because, you know, you definitely could have risked sticking around or hanging out a little too long, but
this
instead...
is more what I expected from G2 on the CT side. Look at this. They got 3 guys aggro middle right now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they know they're only up against pistols, and so guys like Nico want to take full advantage of that. Ooh, yeah, take them heads off, bud. There he is.
Screenshot it.
Beautiful.
Lovely confidence-boosting round. And yeah, the more this game ticks on, the closer it gets, the more you want a player like Liege to start to activate, to start to come alive. Definitely seen Dust2 games in the past where he has gone a bit cold. Maybe not a preference as far as maps go. It's G2's pick. They are the ones looking for the 2-0, and it's within reach. Certainly not out of the woods yet. The smoke in middle as well, it's nice and deep, so Liquid have to care the mid to be, and that's good conditioning. You do it every round, you fake out that, oh, we could be lower, Liquid always have to consider it. And then obviously it's the one round that they don't is the round you're there. So you can see how cautious Liquid are being, clearing lower, checking their smokes, looking in corners, but nothing to be found. And that conditioning goes a long way, subconsciously. That's something you're aware of. Oh, Liege, he has been getting unlucky.
Can't catch a break, can he, mate?
Poor guy. Be it getting flanked on Cat or double naded.
Trying to jump to Xbox, the nade hits him, ruins the jump, and then
another.
Does 60 damage. All right, bud. Well, just not your day.
Looking like a mid to B. But G2 have never stayed away from this double setup, even though Liquid haven't shown too much attention towards B yet.
That's what I was going to say, right? It's not something that's really been tested yet for G2. This is our first proper look at it with rifles coming out on the other side and like a 5-man take of the B site, splitting through middle and tunnel. Last time they went for B, it was on that, you know, cat drop, the doors push out into mid. This time it's the split. Can they get the results from it? Hunter, that is a wonderful opener. And Amonek's taken one more to the grave with him. Hunter, even one kill here is super valuable.
Hello?
I think he's left the site. Hunter was here the whole time, and he's in with 3. G2 up on a 10, double digits locked in. And that is a bit of a head scratcher there.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they never saw him. Like his kill in middle was just dominant. Like it was just through the wall. Maybe they thought he was in CT spawn. They never cottoned on, and they get an entry into B, and that just tempts Liquid in. Also, you know, sometimes you're not fully looking at the kill feed. You're not aware who's fragging and who's where. You know, the heat of the moment. And it seems like Liquid just completely discounted a second player in the B bomb site. No one even considering it. But despite that, beautiful shots from Hunter. It's one thing to have the element of surprise. It's another to utilize it like that. Lockdown on B, 4 frags from him. And Liquid starting to feel the heat, starting to feel the pressure.
Yeah. You know, especially like losing around in that fashion as well, right? Like that isn't just, oh, we popped off. Like, you know, we did everything we could to counter that and he just had a great round. Like, nah, we kind of dropped the ball. We kind of misread the situation. And that is also a real sigh of relief for G2, because something we were alluding to, we haven't really seen any of these B splits yet. Yeah. And I think if that came through and worked, well, suddenly that presents you with like a whole new list of problems. Instead, you've kind of set the precedent of like, B's off limits, mate. It's not some free B bombs.
Oh!
Wonderful opener out of Nafly, giving Nico a bit of revenge.
It's a blinder. And now a regroup at B. What a nice call for Liquid, right? Get the long pick, make G2 lean on that side of the map. Even though Jax has regained that control and smoked it off, so it's not like he's calling rotates off of B, but Kenny's leaning back mid. He now needs to run back to that bomb site as Hunter still has his position, looking into the wall. And Liquid are now slowing down, 4 on 4. Are they doing the hallway smokes in middle? Now throwing one that will land on the left side. He's not comboing it with a mid to B smoke or anything. Hunter's still going to have all this info, no reason to move. There it is. Naf's been dropped to smoke, so he does get hallway smokes in. Still doesn't matter. It's coming down to the tunnels punch. Amanek drops his smoke, getting all the util out while he can. The molly, the smoke, it's all stalling out Liquid, but they've eventually got to go. Yeah,
it is still Amanek here alone at the end of the day. Hunter's going to have to help him out from the double doors. Amanek only good for the first, make it a double, and now Fallen. Yeah, it was pretty screwed as far as it comes, right? They are all around you. They're in the window, they're in the site, they're in the door.
They may only be pistols, but that's a really nice hold from Amanek. I know he has a bit of support from Hunter.
A lot could have gone wrong.
Yeah, that's a 3K, A1S back of the bomb site. You're getting chased from left and right. Like, that's a nice hold from Amanek. And I'm starting to get worried for Liquid. I don't think I'm alone. We haven't even really had to see Kenny AWPing on long, right? Think about this, like no cat takes for Liquid coming up, no car AWPing for Kenny. Well, that's the El Clasico of Dust2 AWPing. That's where Kenny was born.
You know, kind of continuing the AWP conversation, it's like for Team Liquid, that double AWP was so important to the success in the first half. Double AWP T-side just isn't as common for a start, but also it's very expensive and the money's never been there if you even wanted to give something like that a go, which I can't really imagine you would want to do. You need someone to be getting entries, especially with guys like Elige being quiet, right? You don't have him on that rifle looking as good as he often does. That's maybe putting a bit more pressure on guys like Stu to try and create that space and get stuck in with the AK instead. So this double AWP that was like the root of your success has been taken out of the equation.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, I don't want to just sit here and be like, oh yeah, Stewie's better than Fallen, but it felt like Stewie was having more impact, right? Because we saw more B takes for G2 in that first half. Obviously, Fallen's AWPing on this T side. We're not seeing Stewie, you know, be let off the leash. Think about some of his mid pushing, his lower takes. Like, we've not had anything like that, obviously, because Stewie hasn't been AWPing second half. So, you know, at what point does Stewie ask for the AWP back? You would love for him to have a long spawn, something like that, maybe post B quick. But right now, it's not like Fallen's been coming in with clutches on AWP or round savers. Another B pop for Liquid. Now faking out the A site. Great grenades, though. At least he lives to sell this fake, but it's not going to last for long. G2 are still stacked on B.
Amanek again. Oh no, this guy at B. This guy in the B site, time and time again, has denied these players from Liquid. Hunter, his partner in crime, will get bested after one. There's just enough time for this plant to come in, but all that earlier nade damage to Naf now starts to matter a hell of a lot as we get into the nitty-gritty of this one, a 2-on-3. Still, we might even be feeling pressure to take a peek or something, right? Anything to try and edge this back in your favor. Kenny up in the window. Stewie's right there. They are on the other side of one another. So close. Stewie with the swing.
No
The timing's
way.
perfect. It's a little ugly. And now 1v2. Naf's been swept aside. Kenny's got the kit. He's tapping the bomb this time, sticking it, and Jax will deliver the goods. G2 tie this up at 12-12, never knowing when to quit.
Yeah, you can't ask for more from Stewie there, right? Did all he could, hit that perfect flank timing onto Nico, and even as he did, Nico obliterates Naf, standing up at back car as well. 4 health didn't make a difference, he just gets headshot. And bottom 2 performers, Kenny and Jax against Stewie, who's top for Liquid. Like, that's still a little bit scary with Bomb in his favor, but Jax just wipes him out. And there we go, equalization. This was a 9-6 half with Liquid locking in the pistol and converting, Harry. Quite a comeback. Fallen gets eaten by a grenade. And Stewie, I think he had the AWP as well there.
He did.
Finally, the conversation we've been drawing into, and he gets bested by Kenny in mid.
And now Fallen saying like, yeah, see, it's not so easy, is it? Oh no, well at least he's got it back in his hands again. It always finds a way.
Sad part about that is it's not like Kenny's been doing that play. He's not been peeking mid aggro. He's been sometimes supporting and watching Xbox, but never going for that fight.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, this has always been the case for Kenny. We always make this comment that he's like a pretty emotional player. I think you can see that in like the camera and the reactions. The upside to it is on comebacks like this where you're building back into the game, that's where you get more out of him, right? And so I think he's only going to get better the longer this goes on, the more G2 stay competitive. And that's good because he'd fallen off a lot in this map.
They still want B, but B doesn't want them.
It's really not been kind to them, has it? This double hold of Hunter and Amanek has been damn near flawless. Even if they both fall, they'll always take more out of the round than they give you. Here's Amanek with 1. Flashed off, but Hunter, oh, how does he do that? That's 3. That's a double up in mid, then the 180 back to tunnel. Hunter is a turret.
This series has been, like, don't get me wrong, G2 have had a great game plan, but like Hunter and Nico have been the stars of the server. Both maps, right? Nico, 30 bomb, back on Vertigo. Hunter with a closing 4K, almost the ace if he didn't get smoked off on con. And even here in this map, Hunter has locked down the B-bomb site with Amanek. Fast out long. Liquid, it's been a while. Nico's ready though, ready to receive, and he gives out even more. 2 kills, and he backs. Fallen with a scout, needs a headshot, and he's got it. Good stuff. AWP does see him cross pit side, but G2 not feeling pressured to peek. They've got the advantage. And he goes for it anyway, and that is a filthy flick from the feet to the face from Fallen.
Yeah, on a moment. Fallen might be having a round here. Everyone hold their breath. Everyone wait quietly. There's a whole minute left, so you'll be turning blue. Fallen.
Oh, he hit
another
it!
tag.
Grimy.
Oh my God.
Stop peeking him. Learn your lesson.
This was never meant to be this close. This was never meant to get scary, man. Your pistol's rushing out long, but Fallen Scout has done so much.
Massive.
Eventually, it's got to come to an end for Fallen. Surely, how long can you expect him to keep up these heroics? Hunter flashed through, looking for Fallen, and he's dealt with him. Stewie, they never knew about him. He's deep up through short, and he has dealt with Hunter, but there's more where that came from. Now onto the AWP, blindsided by Amanek. And so G2, they managed to get that round back under control. Fallen did everything he could and then some, but it's not enough.
Sometimes, you know, even if the AWP's not hitting, the scout is for Fallen. Quite a scout player, really good shots, but yeah, again, inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. You've not done anything to the money. G2 have been, you know, just filled up with cash this half. 10K across most. Fallen back on the AWP. Stewie had his 1 round, and that's enough. Learned the hard way. Elige spam through the smoke on long. Still not catching a break is Elige. Fallen, waiting, patient, sees a barrel, and this should be his every day of the week if it comes, and it's not right now. Nico's holding off. Maybe even waiting for a flash. He's been flashed into mid quite a lot. No one's there to do it. So Nico will impatience get the better of him. Kenny's molly, got a gap, got a bit of room. Fallen does find Nico in mid in the meantime, and Kenny spammed down to his death. Finally Liquid, the first time they've taken a 5-on-3 in seemingly forever.
Yeah, you do not get spots like this often. These do not come easy if you're Team Liquid. So you want to get everything out of this round that you can. They're grouping up on long, leaving no stone unturned. That smoke might freak you out a little bit. But it's only Jax in the sight. As they creep into middle, Stewie's gonna reap the reward of patience, and there's Jax falling over in A. Amanek's left saving, and Team Liquid, they pull up, they get that early 5-on-3, and they do good converting it.
It's always the way, man. Right when the game tightens up, that's when the team who's been getting come back to, upon finds their second wind. Amanek gone from the round, but it's not the end of the world. As said, still the money for G2 to buy up for the remainder of this map. It should not be a problem. Liquid, can they springboard themselves off of a 1T round to actually make something happen in this map? A 12-6 scoreline that G2 pulled all the way back. 8 rounds in a row, finally broken.
Fallen didn't fall for that little bait on the first man crossing.
And he went for it.
Oh, it's on a knife's edge, that mid-fight. Look at Naf as well.
Speedy.
Like, you're not ready for this. There's not even really been much to telegraph the long play. And now that you've got this man out along, this opens up a lot, right? You've still got a minute 30. Like, there's so much time left, and you've got a good bit of control. By having a player in pit like this and having Naf here to help him out, you're cutting down this entire long sight line. So this forces G2 to play very reactively. Like, they don't have the info ahead of time if you're going long, if there's anyone there. Any peek they take for information is running the risk of, you know, losing that opening fight. And so answers have got to come elsewhere on the map. It looks like G2 want mid control. They want to fight for it. Nico, even though he's opened up, he does lose his cousin Hunter in the mid fight. And now Team Liquid look like they want to group for this A split after all.
It's terrifying getting full blinded like that. You can't fire back. You don't want to give away how deep you've gotten on long, but G2 still have their eyes on the prize. Grim's cat lurk is everything. The run boost works. Naf gets tagged up though, and Elige won't make it across safely. Nico now needs to stop this. Naf has the bomb on the site, and he knows Nico's here. The split is in, but Grim not needed. Naf with a safe plant. 3-on-3. Everyone locked out for G2. They regroup down from CT spawn. Waiting for the cat flank as well. Grim moves into the bomb site, doesn't want to try and defend this position, just buying time. And this is good. G2 are going to waste ample seconds trying to get through this corner. Flash round, up they go. Kenny with the AWP, and it's all to play for.
Yeah, half the time ticked off this bomb. You've got to be quick. You've got to be decisive now. It's not planted for anywhere, right? You need bodies in the site if you don't want them to stick this defuse. With Jax getting that, and now player spotted at the back of Goose. Grim's got to hold the line. There's the first. Kenny ball down low, and Grim will lock it in. 3 in the round, 14 on the board for Liquid. And he holds on. I cannot stress this enough. If Grim dies there, that is it. G2 would have won it, but he doubles up. The man who had to, the man of the hour, has kept them in this one.
This game just keeps on giving. It's so unclear. Naf, it really takes that round into his own hands, right? Just running up long to start it off, getting that control you talked about, which ends with him cleaning out Nico in the bomb site. Now it's even Stevens. Now it's anyone's map. And there still may even be a third if Liquid can long it out. Fallen. Oh, he turns from the flash, and if he fired off instead, that would have been his kill. Kenny doesn't want to give them a way back in. Still yet to hit double digits. Him and Elige sitting down there. Down but not out. Flash up Cat. Liquid have a lot more mid control than usual. It usually costs them a life to get here, with Nico and Hunter fighting towards upper and lower mid.
This is weird. Hunter trying to watch players jumping up from the Xbox. Kenny, the man to break the silence first, and that's his double digits secured. Fallen will win that fight out over Hunter through the smoke, and that's something to go off of,
Back
right?
to B.
Yeah, suddenly your options have been widened once again. You've broadened those horizons, right? You group up outside of the B site knowing that Hunter, a key component of B, has been removed. Amanek has got to do this all alone.
They need rotates. G2 are aggressing up Cat, but it's being held right now by Fallen. He hears the steps. He can't escape. He's got to fight for his life. Fight for the site, as is Amanek. Lining up a double, and he lives. Fallen's cut down the rotates, but they've lost the bomb. They can't double back into the MTA site. They've got to go forth and finish the job. Amanek still holds on. A bit of time is all Liquid have to rest upon. 30 seconds. Amanek ready to jump. The molly. They get the bomb. They scarper away. But have they got time? Can they cross out? The realization's kicking in, and G2 are running as well.
The spin fight for Kenny could be everything. If he nails this, it would be huge, but the shot is missed. Naf will respond! And now it's only Amanek. 10 seconds time is a bit of a problem, but they might just get there. Oh, they're running in. Yeah, that plant's coming in, whether you like it or not. Amanek has done so much in this round. Dodging Naf has brought it to a 1v1 of his own. This is for 15. This is for map or match point. Fallen versus Amanek. In a clutch that means so damn much. Fallen playing the ramp. Amanek getting closer. 3 in the round already. He needs the 4th. Both players in that position, and Amanek with the swing has dealt with Fallen and delivers match point to G2. 15-14 heading into round 30. Amanek was all alone after losing his mate Hunter in mid. And he goes above and beyond.
Oh my goodness, everything in that round. The rush through the Molotov to get the bomb and lead. Naf getting...
Naf?
Yeah, Naf kills Kenny crossing, and still Amanek just flies through the air, ballerina style, dodges death, and converts the kill. And then that was for the 4K. Fallen cut off these cat rotates. He was caught down lower. Both had 3 in the round, and Amanek, it's him to stand tall, to lock it in. 15 first, not done. Far from it. Overtime always available. Liquid, like said, 12-6 in this map at one point in time. An 8-round comeback broken and then traded ever since. G2 just looking to lock it in. Good damage through the wall. Fallen lit up, but at least it's your AWP. Not seen many long takes and not late either for Liquid. AWP moving in for Kenny. Oh, and he's found Fallen.
He wins that? Oh my, Jax trying to hold on, doesn't want to fall, doesn't want to give them the room, and leaves, can't catch a break, and Jax is sending them packing. Only Stewie left. He's so far removed from the round out in middle, and the reality should be setting in now. As good as Stewie's been, as reliable, as pliable as he's been, a 1v4 like this just can't happen. G2 looking for that 2-0, and only one man between them and it. Nico's going to seal the deal. 16-14. One hell of a comeback. One hell of a show of resilience out of this G2 squad.